Mabuhay! Ako po si Deborah Garcia. Hi, I'm Deborah Garcia, and this is the channel to learn practical Filipino language in just few minutes. This is brought to us by NAC TV, the local TV channel here in Nipua, Manitoba. Our first lesson is about the Filipino alphabet and phonics. Today we are going to learn how to pronounce each character properly, because by doing that you would be able to read and say the Filipino words correctly. But before we proceed to the discussion of the alphabet, I want to give you a little bit of a background about the Filipino language. The Philippines is an archipelago. It is a country that is made up of different groups of islands. And because of that, we tend to speak different dialects. To fix the language barrier among the people, the government needs to pick one specific dialect that can be used for the entire country. According to the research, there were 4 major dialects that are being used in the Philippines. From the northern part of the Philippines, they use Tagalog. From the central and southern part of the Philippines, we have the Cebuano Visayan, and which they call Bisaya. We have the Waray Visayan, which is another variation of a Visayan language, and Hiligaynon. But because our capital city is located in the northern part of the Philippines, which is Manila, they picked Tagalog as the major language or the major dialect that can be taught and can be spoken by the entire nation. The original Filipino alphabet has only 20 characters, but because of several colonizers who came in the Philippines, then we borrowed several words from them too. So our character became 28. 21 of them are consonants, 5 are vowels, and 2 are diphthongs. This is the Filipino alphabet. As I mentioned earlier, there are 28 characters in our alphabet. In the English alphabet, we only have 26. The vowels in the Filipino alphabet is just the same as what in the English alphabet. So we have A, E, I, O, U. However, the big difference is, since there are only 5 vowels here, then we only have 5 vowel sounds. Unlike in English, where you have 12. So for the letter A, for the vowel A, the sound is A. It's very simple. You just need to open your mouth. A. That's it. No long, no short A. It's just A. The vowel E is E. It's soft. E. The I is the hard one. E. The O is O. It's like in the middle. No O, no A. It's just O. And for the U, this is the hard one. It's an U. So A, E, I, O, U. Now let's take a look at these 2 characters here, which made our Filipino alphabet 28. Because in the English alphabet there were only 26, right? So there were 2 additional characters here. One is from the Spanish language, and this is one of our original Filipino characters. So let's take Enye first. This character here, N with a curvy line on top, is what we call Enye. Enye. The sound is Nye. It's a combination of N and Y. This character is commonly used in the names of people and places. So for example, the very common name in the Philippines is Niño. Actually, it's from the Spanish word Niño, which means boy. But this one became a very popular name in the Philippines, Niño. So we don't say Nino, it's Niño. If his last name is Villena, and if this is an Enya here, then we don't say Villena, it's Villenia. It's Nya. It's a combination of N and Y. Also, during the Spanish colonization, when we say the names of things, like for example, pineapple. So pineapple is piña in the Philippines. So in Filipino, it's piña. we spell it like this before. Piña. So it's an Enye here, but in the current time, since we already adopted the English alphabet, we don't say piña anymore like this. We use this spelling, and this is our own. It's piña, P-I-N-Y-A. So we use N-Y instead of Enye. So Enye in today's time is only being used in the names of people and places. Okay? So let's go to NG. NG here is one of the original characters in the Filipino alphabet. NG is just like in the English alphabet, the sound is like when you say something, that's NG in the end, so the sound is okay? So for the consonants, we have B, which is the same pronunciation as in English alphabet, it's B. C here, when the word is Tagalog and not being borrowed from the English language, C is always K. So our C, the hard C would always be K in Tagalog, and the soft C sound, which is S, is always S. I'll give you an example. For the word carton, this is an English word, but we have an equivalent for that, which is carton. So for the hard C sound, we don't use C, but we use K. So it'll become carton, not carton. Another one for the soft C sound, this word, civil. We have an equivalent for that as well. So we say sibil. For the soft C sound, it's always an S when it becomes a Filipino. So D is the same as in English. The sound is D. For F, it's only for borrowed foreign words. When we say Filipino, this is the English term for the people living in the Philippines. It's Filipino, but in our language, we don't spell it like this. We spell it with a P. So, Filipino. I'm a Filipino, not a Filipino. Okay? G in Filipino is always pronounced as the hard G sound, so G. But we sometimes pronounce it as the soft G, which is J, if it is found in the names of people. For example, George is an English name. So we don't say Gorge, but George. So if your first name is George, that's an English name. So we say George. But if your last name is this one, so we don't say George Geronimo. If it is in the last name, it's usually from the Spanish last name. So we pronounce G here as H. So we say George Geronimo, not George Geronimo. But for Tagalog words like when you say things, which is gamit, it's always the hard G sound, not H, not the soft G, but it's always the G, the hard G sound for original Filipino words. H is just the same in English alphabet. J here is like the G. So it changes its sounds depending on where it is being used. If it's an English name, for example, Joanne, then that's a J. But for last name, for example, Joanne's last name is this. So Jubilla is a Spanish last name, and it's one of the most common last names in the Philippines. So we say Joanne Jubilia. J here will become an H because it's from the Spanish last name. J here is from the English first name, so it's pronounced as J. So K is the same. L, M, N, N, and NG, I already discussed this one. P, Q, usually Q is just being used for the names of people and places, and for the English words, of course. But if Q here is being used as the name of person or place, Q is always followed by U, right? For example, Quintanar is a last name. So Q here, we don't say Quintanar. We don't pronounce this U. Just the Q and I, it would make like Quintanar. So we don't say Kui, we say Ki, like K and I. So R is the same. We don't roll our R like in Spanish. So it's just the regular R. S, T are the same. V is only used for borrowed words, English words. We have X as well for foreign words, and Z. Now we go to the diphthongs. The rule for our diphthong is like the rule in English. So for any syllable that ends in W or Y and preceded by a vowel, then we call it a diphthong. For example, the word bahay. It means a house. So this is a diphthong here. And then we say baliw. Baliw means crazy. Now I listed some words here so that we can practice reading them. By memorizing or by familiarizing the vowel sounds of the Filipino alphabet, you would be able to pronounce and read these words correctly. So again, as a review, our vowel sounds are very easy. 5 vowel sounds for 5 vowels. So again, the vowel A is just A. The vowel E is E. The vowel I is E. The vowel O is O. And the vowel U is U. So reread it as A, E, I, O, U. Again, it's A, E, O, U. So if you read this one, by the way, our language is also syllabicated. We don't have hidden sounds as well. So we read them as we spell them. So if you say ba, then that's really B and A. Look at this one. Ba, so. Baso. It means glass. Okay? This is a diphthong here. Kasoy. Ka and soy. Kasoy is cashew. Next, da and mit. So we always syllabicate it when we read it so that it'll be easy. So da and mit is damit. So it's a hard vowel sound here for the I because it's E. So it's damit. It means clothes. This one, it has 3 syllables here. Himala. Himala. And that means miracle. This one is a diphthong. La. And remember this character here, the sound is right? So la. And then ng is plus a is nga. And then there's a W in the end. So la, ngao. Langaw. It means flies, the insects, the flies. This one has an NG as well. It's sining. Sining. It means art. Now let's practice reading some words here that I prepared for you. Try to pronounce the vowels correctly and the consonants correctly. Let's see. This is a bit long, but it'll be easy if you syllabicate it properly. So K and A is ka. Can you try it? Ka. And then P and A is pa. T and I is ti. R-A-N is run, not ran. It's because we don't have a short A sound. It's just a, so run. Ka, pa, ti, ran. Kapatiran means brotherhood. Okay? So, kapatiran, brotherhood. How about this one? Can you read the name properly? How do you read this? Do you think this is Juan, Jones, or should this become an H? Because Juan is a Spanish name and Jones here should stay as J because Jones is an English name, right? So this one, the proper pronunciation of this name is Juan because it's from Spanish name. The English term for Juan, the English name for Juan is John. But Juan is from a Spanish language. So this is Juan Jones, not Juan Jones. Okay? J here became an H. This one, it has an NG. You need to syllabicate it to pronounce this correctly. Pa, leng, ke. Palengke. Palengke means market. Now let's try to sing the Filipino alphabet song. So it's like the ABCD, but since we have these two additional characters, it might be different, slightly different. So this is how we sing our ABCD in Filipino. So are you ready? It's A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, N, G, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Can you try it? Again. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, N, G, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. So that's it for today, guys. I hope you learned something. Every week I'm going to upload a video courtesy of NAC TV still. And then I hope you subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Also, please like and share this video. See you again next week. Bye!